Last time on Reintarnation, our heroes had a sleepover. High Sheriff Tim enlisted the party to help him investigate the strange happenings involving the undead of the city. It was late, so Belle invited everyone to spend the night at Krunloe Keep. On their way, they bought some spinning tops of various colors. Our heroes were greeted at the front door by Hertz, a very old man. Hertz told the party that the corrupted fruit in the grove had been seen once before, about 20 years ago. That evening, after everyone had gone to sleep, Hex had made his way to the library. He saw a strange manifestation of his echo powers, but was comforted by an automaton named Bill. The following morning, everyone sat down for breakfast with Waits Krunloe, leader of the city, and Belle's daddy. Before the party set out for the Low Sheriff, they were sent a cryptic message from Hertz. But what awaits our heroes? What will they find in Swedgen? Find out right now on Reintarnation. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Crushed it.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thanks. I did crush it. I'm very good. All right, now, so, welcome back to Reintarnation, Session 3. Very excited. We're going to start out as we will for the entirety of all of Predicting Chaos with fun facts about your character. So we're going to start out with... We started with Belle last time. We will start...
Technically, but then I cheated and went second.
That's true.
Because
That's
I couldn't
true.
think of something.
Okay, that's fine. So then, this time, we'll start with Belle.
Okay, this time I'm ready.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Belle, would you like to tell us a fun fact about yourself?
Yes. For, like, an entire year when Belle was, I don't know, 10 years old, she made all of the, like, robot things around the house wear pink bandanas, just like this.
Amazing.
And she still wears them sometimes.
Amazing. What did your father think of that?
You know what? If he had anything negative to say, he most certainly did not say it to Belle. And also, if he did, she didn't hear it at all. So no memory of any negative thoughts.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm pretty sure he loved it.
Amazing. All right, so Belle, you're going to be moved to the back of the queue. And we'll do Leah. Leah, do you have a fun fact about yourself for us?
Yeah. I guess. I think I'll go with as a kid, Leo is very different from other kids. She's different, you know. So she actually likes vegetables. Okay? And her favorite plant to grow was green beans.
Nice.
And her favorite because they're green and she loves green.
I love that.
She loves vegetables. Yeah.
I love it. It's great. Nice. Leah, you're going to be going first next time. Mavis, do you have a fun fact for us?
Yes, I do. So, I tried like 5 different instruments before I landed on playing the flute. And the reason I liked it is because I can like separate it and put it in my bag. And everything else is like very annoying to like carry around with me. So that's the only reason I play the flute. Really. It's just easier to carry around.
You can like easily take it apart.
It's such a great travel. Yeah, it's a great travel instrument. And you can just kind of like whip it out in any situation. And like the other ones are a little bit more difficult to just like 3 little pieces, you know? So that's the only reason I play the flute, is because it's easier to travel with.
That's great.
I love that. That's awesome. Hex, do you have a fun fact about yourself?
Yeah, fun fact about Hex. He has never owned a mirror, like in his like own adult like he has no memory of ever looking at himself in a mirror, like a proper mirror.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we will open up right at the gates of Krunloe. And the party is heading out of Krunloe Keep. They've passed the large Tower of the Gods, and now they are approaching the gates of Cast Krunloe. So, when last we left our heroes, they had looked at this cryptic message from Hertz after solving the tree riddle, and there's also some snacks in the picnic basket.
Heck
But
yeah.
you
And warm water.
and warm
Or
water,
hot water?
Yeah,
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 that's
hot
great.
water. Yeah, there are several jars of hot water.
Lovely.
You get to the gates. A couple of the guards, the two guards, Seth and Kelly, I believe were their names. They stop you, and Seth, he says, "Lady Krunloe, you're out again today. It's a little, you're going out twice in 2 days. That's more than I've seen you go out this whole year. Just wanted to know if everything's okay, if you need an escort."
That is so kind of you to ask. I am just, I've wanted to adventure, I've wanted to explore and help out around town and travel with friends, like my new friends. I've wanted to do that for so long, and now I just finally have an opportunity. So I would not worry. I don't think there's anything for you to worry about at this moment in time, specifically now for you to be worrying about. I don't think you need to worry, is what I would say in short. But I just am so excited to be, what was the question? We're good.
So
You don't have to worry at all.
He like cranes his head behind to look behind you, and he sees Bill standing there with I'm gonna say Bill has like a coat, like a towel on one arm.
Love
and then
it.
I actually have art for Bill now, which is
Oh my God.
Bill has
let's
art?
go.
I wanna meet Bill.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
just gonna maximize that.
Yes.
I love Bill.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's
he's
Bill.
perfect.
I'm gonna say that as you all were leaving, one of the guards put a little like faceplate on him to protect him because he has no defenses.
Oh yeah, no.
Cute.
So like I'm gonna say there's like a little glowing eye right in the center, like a little like the Cylon eye that's going left to right all the time. And so that's Bill, and he's there. And Seth looks behind. He says, "Is that one of your fancy, metal guys behind you?"
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
Okay.
just Bill. He's coming with us.
All right. Well, all right. Go ahead. And he just waves you through.
Cool.
And he says,
I want to
hope
give
you
him
all
like
have
a
nice day."
big, reassuring smile. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
I want
think
him
so.
to be reassured.
Would you roll me a persuasion, please?
I would, 100%. That's what I'd like to do.
12. All right. So with the 12, it's pretty reassuring. He like tips his. He's got a steel cap, like one of those conical steel hats, and he kind of reaches underneath it to try and tip it. It's like pretty close against his head, but he tips it towards you. Kelly gives you a Krunloe salute, which I think is like a perfectly balanced scales. So
Perfect.
this is how they salute, I guess.
Double arm.
Yeah,
I
the
love
double
them.
arm salute. And you head down. I will get rid of Bill. You head to. So there's two ways of going to the lower plateau. There's the long way, which is through the thoroughfare, past the hive, and then through the bullocks. This is where most people will. This is the way that most people use it. And then there's the dust bridge, which is typically only used by nobility or the constabulary. Now, I will say that Belle and Leah, you do need to disguise yourselves because you are quite recognizable. And I'll just give this to you, that you know that relations between Swedgen and the upper plateau are not great. So, a Krunloe...
Do I know that? And here's my pitch. I gotta be really honest with you. Unless my dad or mom or somebody else told me that within the last like 24 hours, I don't know that.
Mavis, you know that.
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
I definitely know that.
Should probably tell
Do I
me
know
is what I am
that?
telling you, because I'm chipper in my pink, in my sparkles, with my big
God.
K. I don't know a damn thing, y'all.
Yeah, Leah, you also. I don't
Sorry.
think you know that because I
I
don't
feel
think
like
you.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you've never left the Grove, so you 100%
Yeah.
don't know that.
Well, I probably
This
would
is
be
not
the only
good.
one that knows that then.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
Mavis
actually from
definitely.
here.
Yeah, and Hex is just kind of like around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please get us through this safely. No pressure.
So
Unless you don't want to. It's up to you.
So, so I guess we're gonna like, we're discussing which way we want to go, right?
and do you want to warn your companions that they stick out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm probably just gonna tell them both at the same time. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Belle, Leah. By the way, as we're walking and carrying this hot water and snacks, I realized that y'all look very kind and nice. And
Thank you.
I know I don't really care about who's necessarily around me, but there's some like people from where I'm from that might y'all need disguises. I don't think we should go down there with like everyone knowing exactly who you are, because the way that people were acting in the last bar we went to, they were acting like a little weird around you. No offense.
I guess
Leah
so.
did
I
point that out to
noticed
me.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there-
Okay. I can definitely get behind disguises. That
We just
actually
need you to
sounds
blend in
super
a little
fun.
bit.
Is there
You
a
know,
reason
blend in.
why?
Yeah, it'll help us. It'll just help us like
I'm
get
so
to
in.
the low sheriff faster,
No
without having
persuasion
people
needed.
like, stopping
Yeah.
us every so
Okay.
often.
What should I wear, or what should I look like, or do?
Well,
Hex like immediately just like without saying anything takes off his cloak and just like wraps it around and puts the kind of deep dark hood over.
Nice.
me?
that's
Yeah,
perfect.
over Bells. Yeah.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
How do I look? How tall are you, Hex?
That's a great question. I think he's kind of. I think he's pretty. Not short, but not tall. He's average
fine.
height, but he's like
Okay.
he has like a thicker build. So like the.
Bell's short and small.
Yeah.
So
The
I'm just
cloak
wondering
is-
how.
Yeah,
really
I
big.
get
It'd
the
be pretty
cloak
big.
is definitely big on you. I would say.
Okay.
But not like. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like super trailing
Okay.
on like on the floor.
Okay. Perfect.
But it
Do you
does,
have any,
like-
like cool pins or anything? Like any chance you got a little brooch in there or
A pin.
a fancy
Well,
looking pin?
I think we're trying to not. We're trying to blend in.
No. This is purely functional. I just want to make sure that I'm not getting your cloak dirty. So I just could pin it up off the ground just a little bit, and maybe just bring in the waist a little bit. Just get a little bit of, just a little something, just a little.
Girl, you're
Purely
good.
functional.
You're good.
Bring in the waist.
I don't. No, I don't have. You are not. No, you are not broaching my cloak.
Purely functional. I just don't want it to get dirty.
I'm asking you to please not broach my cloak.
I would never broach your cloak without permission. Understood.
You have no permission to broach my cloak.
I'll never do it ever.
Thank you.
Thank you for the cloak.
You're welcome.
And I happen to have a change of clothes for you.
Thank you.
Leah. I hope they fit.
They should.
But
You know.
I'm sorry. We'll take your fancy pants and we'll put them in the bag with us. And so it's like just a brown pair of pants and
Yeah.
a brown shirt. I'm sorry, it's not green. But
Oh, earth tones are still good with me, but thank you for
Perfect.
considering that.
they were my extra clothes, so those are the only clothes I have.
Why do you bring
Awesome.
extra clothes?
Huh? For performances.
Oh,
performer.
that's smart. I love a
Yeah.
good show.
Yeah.
So you change into these clothes. Pretty easy. I'll say that there's a hat among them that you can put over your ears to disguise them.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, would you like to would you like to take the dust bridge, or would you like to go all the way around to the way that everyone else goes?
Oh, the dust bridge we have to be like fancy to do?
You typically, yeah.
So, I feel like
if someone saw us coming from the dust bridge, it would be sus.
Right, would that not make sense with our new fancy disguises?
so.
That too.
How much longer is the longer way? Like, what's like the hour difference or like
It's-
day difference?
Quite a long time to take the non-dust bridge route.
Yeah, because you
it's-
gotta go all the way around.
You gotta
I
go
see.
all
Well,
the
maybe
way
we
around.
take the dust bridge. Surely no one would mess with us.
You know, based on our past experiences, I don't know about that one, but we can still try.
I think that our past experience is mostly positive, other than one isolated incident of, I think we can write that off as just a
Do you
weird.
not remember the fruit?
Right here.
Well, but that
Oh, I'm
didn't.
No, I'm standing on it actually.
I'm gonna cry. That was so fucking funny. Oh. Okay.
Well,
Hold together.
the fruit didn't have anything to do with people, so I can't imagine us running into another weird fruit on the dust bridge. So I think that's a separate, unrelated, isolated incident that we can also write off for completely different reasons.
Okay. I want to get there as quick as possible. I think I believe in us for getting out of weird situations. I think we can do it.
I think we can do it.
Okay. So
Dust bridge, dust
yeah.
bridge, dust bridge.
So you approach the dust
Sorry.
bridge. There is an armed guard in front, and he. So you notice for the first time for a couple of you, you see one of the constabulary that is armed with a spellslinger wand. And the spellslinger wands are things that the Krunloes had created over the course of Affliction's creation. Over the course of when Affliction became Affliction, these wands had begun popping up. These wands specifically shoot magic missile. Now, magic missile, for those of you that don't know, is a spell that does not miss. It is impossible to miss with magic missile. Basically, you point. So this guy, he has, and those that are armed with magic missile wands, they are called spellslingers. And so this guy has a large, wide-brimmed hat on. He has a large overcoat, and as you approach, he parts it a little bit, and you see that there is a holster, which looks like almost like a dagger sheath, but much thinner, and there is the hilt of a wand. And he stops you as you approach. He says, "State your business."
I'll step up and I'll say, "Howdy, we're just trying to get over the dust bridge."
Yeah, alright, and I want to get some extra candy tonight.
Oh, I love candy. We might have like a snack for you if you'd like. I don't know if I have
No,
candy.
we don't have it
but-
enough.
Are you attempting to bribe a spellslinger?
I don't think so. I thought you just said that you wanted candy. I also like candy.
So so you see his hand like slowly drift towards his wand.
I'll step. I will step forward. None of that's necessary. We're on orders from the High Sheriff to go to the Low Sheriff. Sheriff Farnham, I think, is the name.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's our business.
Alright. Do you have a writ? Any proof? His hand is still like hovering over the hilt of his wand. Well, I guess so. He looks behind you.
We don't have
I
we
mean-
don't have a writ, right? He didn't give us. Did he give us something?
Nope.
Well, he
we have
sees
nothing.
Bill behind you.
Oh, Bill's with us.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Does that count? Oh,
I was gonna say I
we
don't
didn't
think
disguise Bill.
Oh!
That's okay. This is working in our favor for now.
It's okay,
But I'm
it's
gonna,
good,
I'm gonna
it's good.
remember that.
Well,
He
yeah,
looks
we'll
behind
just
you.
figure it out.
He sees Bill, and his hand drifts away, and he steps aside, and he says, "All right, right this way."
Thank you so much. What was your name?
My name,
Yep.
Mel.
Mel. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's super similar to my name. My name's Belle. It's good to meet you. Thank
He
you.
tries to peer under your hood.
I'm gonna walk away.
All right.
But I'll smile. I'll smile back while I'm walking away.
Goodbye, Mel.
I immediately walk next to Bill. Like I don't. This guy's letting us through. I'm walking with Bill.
Okay, so do we go directly onto the dust bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
It's
this like? Why is it called
Yeah.
the Dust Bridge?
so the dust
Why
bridge.
does it look like a rope bridge over a big, huge chasm?
Because that is what it
What it
is,
is.
actually. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So the dust bridge is a pretty rickety-looking rope bridge that is just suspended. Part of it's weighted down on the Krunloe side. Part of it is weighted down on the other plateau that happens to be of a similar height. You notice that, actually, we're going to do a little light skill challenge.
Oh, God.
So, Belle, are you first right now? Is that the marching order?
Yeah, I think I am.
Great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am.
Great. I would like
Great.
you... So, you notice... Actually, I'd like you to roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, yeah. On it.
That's a 9. Okay, so...
Could have been worse.
It could have been worse, it's true. So, as you're walking forward, you notice a little too late that one of the boards splinters under your feet. Who is right behind Belle?
It's gotta be Hex, right? Unless we moved around.
Behind. I mean, I'm next to him. Yeah, I'm probably closest to Bill.
Okay, well, so,
It's a Bell.
Belle.
Belle.
Oh, Bell, not Bell or Bill.
It just has
Head
Bill
empty,
lines.
only Bill.
Oh my god. Do I mean nothing to you? What the hell?
So I think it would be like Bell, Hex, Bill, probably Leah.
I thought
Maybe.
Bill was leading the
Maybe.
way. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, so
You're
Hex.
okay.
Um,
I was talking to the guard. I got us through, and then I walked right onto the.
Because he saw Bill behind us.
He looked at Bill, but
Yeah.
Bill was behind me.
Gotcha,
You were
gotcha,
next to
gotcha.
Bill,
I
but
apologize.
also near me.
I thought that Bill was like the reason. I knew that Bill was the reason that we
None
got
of us
through.
matter. Hex only knows Bill. Got
I only
it.
have
Noted.
eyes.
I've only known
for
Bill for
Bill.
such a short amount of time, too.
My God.
He was with me. I'm not saying
So-
that. I'm just that's me speaking. That's not Hex speaking.
So the interesting thing about the dust bridge. So a few things about the dust bridge. First of all, you can only walk single file.
Okay.
You noticed that
Convenient.
as you were beginning to cross the dust bridge, the guard behind took out like a smaller wand and pointed it upward, and there was this bright light that shone all the way to the other side, indicating to not let anybody on the other side because you can only walk single file.
Genius.
Pretty good. So the dust bridge, one of the boards boards comes loose and cracks. Hex, you see Belle's leg fall through one of the planks of the dust bridge. What would you like to do?
My cloak. I died. I don't think he actually says that, but that would be funny. No, fuck it. He says that. Yeah. So he sees that, and he goes, "My cloak!" And he jumps forward. Belle, as he's midair, jumps and tries to like grab. She falls all the way through. He tries to grab like,
just
an arm.
just her legs. One of her legs falls through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then I just like run up and like try to grab her under her like armpits and like
Awesome.
lift her back up.
Awesome. I'd love for you to roll me an athletics check, if you please.
I'd love to roll it for you. 1 second. Athletics?
Mm-hmm. The DC is quite low.
Okay. That's good.
Because I'm so small.
Yeah, that's 10 is exactly 10 is
And
the
the
DC,
baby.
for that, so that's
Let's
perfect.
go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was perfect. Yeah.
Good thing
So
I'm little.
so you just like pull her up, you see her, put her back. incredible.
That was not my favorite moment of all time, and I am so glad that you were right behind me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I definitely wanted to save you.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I believe that. There's
Yeah.
no reason for me to doubt that at all.
Yeah.
Look, this cloak is just, special to me. No brooches, and try not to fall down any more bridges.
I completely understand. Thank you so much for letting me borrow something as important as this cloak. It's not lost on me how special it is, and I completely understand your attachment to it, and I think that's super fair. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hex is just kind of overwhelmed by how emotionally intelligent and considerate Belle is. He feels like an urge. I kind of want to roll the 100. It's a D100, right?
Yeah, go for it.
He feels a change coming, but he wants to keep the genuine mood of this moment. So he wants to hide it.
Yeah, so you're fine.
And he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really want to hide it. Oh my god.
So now it'll
Really
be
wanna hide it.
yeah. So now
Very
1 through 30
successful.
will be
Okay.
the next time.
Okay.
So you continue across the bridge. Let's see. Belle, Hex, Bill, Leah, Mavis. So Leah, one of the reasons that the Dust Bridge is called that is because of the height and the isolation. And just where it is as far as like wind tunnels go, dust tends to kick up and make it very difficult to see. You, for a split second, lose sight in a particular gust of dust. You lose sight of the people in front of you. I would like for you to roll me a... I don't want it to be perception because we just got that. So I would like investigate to try and see if you can find your companions. Rough. So...
Rough is wild.
So,
I'm lost.
So, Mavis, you bump into Leah as Leah is standing
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
very bewildered.
Ooh.
And you would think that, like, in a bridge where there's only one way to go, that would kind of be the way to go. But Leah very clearly has never left the Grove, and is, I guess, still kind of figuring out. You get the feeling she's still kind of figuring out how bridges work.
Yeah.
And so
Everyone
actually-
has to go through that time.
yeah, she begins to tip a little bit
Oh.
as the ropes begin to shake a little bit. Mavis, I'd love for you to roll me a dexterity save.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that's going to be in the left-hand side, under your saving throws. It's going to be right above your skills,
Yeah.
and you're just going to click on dexterity. Amazing, perfect. So you keep your balance as Leah is like shaking the ropes and is like, "Where is everybody?" And
Where are Belle? Hex? Where are you?
Okay.
the dust storm subsides. You hold on to the ropes. You don't get tossed. And you see right in front of you, about 30 feet up, Leah, you see Bill has turned around and is waving like a towel.
He's
So-
so good.
Hi, Bill. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you okay, Leah? Are you good?
As okay as I'll ever be.
Okay. Just just a couple more steps. We got this. We're almost
And
across.
Leah's like starting to her stomach's starting to turn, and she's like trying to keep down, like coming up. She's
Oh.
Okay, we
Yeah.
have snacks in the bag. So if you want
no
some snacks after.
No, I'm good without the snacks. Thank
Snacks
you.
don't make you feel better?
Not right now.
Oh, they make me feel better.
If you
It's
catch
okay. We'll get
my
across.
drift. Anyways.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So the four of you plus Bill managed to get across the dust bridge without any further incidents. There is another guard at the end, and he then shines his secondary wand. There's a bright beam of light that shines across, even in the sweltering heat and the big sun that comes down, and you get across. He gives you a little salute, and you get to the secondary plateau. You notice that there are a few shops just lining, just by nature of business. Rich people tend to take this route, so there's a few shops here and there. Would you like to disguise Bill before you exit this plateau?
Yes, I think we should do that.
Oh yes.
Yeah, since the first guard, Mel, as we all know, immediately clocked Bill as, like, meaning something, I think that should be, like, a good indicator of, like, we should do something with Bill.
What are we gonna disguise him in?
How tall is Bill?
Bill is about 6 foot, I'd say.
So we might need, like, a bigger cloak.
I'm just. What do we? Does anyone have anything else? I mean, we kind of used already what we've got.
Do you
We
think
could
if I
buy
put
something,
my clothes on Bill that would disguise him?
No.
Okay.
Because remember,
That's fine.
we got rid of ours so that.
Oh, we got rid of them? I'm
Well, not rid of
get
them.
under this
Girl,
cloak.
you know what I mean. Okay, listen.
Just kidding.
We put them away.
Yeah, I guess I couldn't. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there
We can
is,
buy a cloak, right?
yeah,
there
there
a
is a
cloak
stand. There's a
cloak
stand, like, one of the stands that are around you. It says Pippi's Playhouse, and it seems like it's a fully, 4 walls and a roof and a door and a couple of windows.
I'm
it
running
seems as
in
though
there.
it's some kind of clothing store. Okay,
I have a
great.
vision, actually.
Should
I have a
someone stay with
complete
Bill
vision.
so that we don't bring him in anywhere, and so no one knows.
I'm going to turn to Hex and say, can you stay out here with Bill? And then I'm running in.
As she's already gone, and I just stand and I said, frankly, there's no other place I'd rather be.
And then I also just I go I'll run in after her, and I just run after.
Okay.
Here's
what I'm looking for.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Mavis,
sorry, go ahead.
where are
Yeah,
you going?
I think I'm gonna go inside with Leah and Belle because I'm nervous about the way that they buy things. So I'm gonna go and try to help them blend in.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's
so,
Leah is a little bit better.
No, that's fair.
So we see Leah and Belle and Mavis run into the store all at the same time, and then we get this shot of Hex and Bill standing next to each other, and Hex, you said,
Yeah, there's no place I'd rather be. And as I stand next, is there anyone else around us?
it's just the two of you. Well, I mean, I
You-
guess, yeah.
Go ahead. No. Is it just the two of us?
Yeah,
Is
it's
there
just the two of you, yeah.
Can I make a perception check for anybody being around us?
Yeah.
If I can perceive anybody to be around us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, 13.
Yeah, so 13. There's a couple of people walking by, but no one close.
No one close, no one looking at me?
No.
Okay, so what you see is me standing just very stoically next to Bill, and you just see my face just like there's no attempt to even hide the
Yeah.
changes. It's just like wave after wave of just like complete just like relaxation next
Yeah.
to Bill.
It's like several versions of you just relaxed. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Nice. You just hear this like, it's like Bill is looking at your face and just goes back forward. We'll get back to you in a sec, Hex. We see the 3 remaining companions. Belle almost kicks the door open, and there is a I want to say a half orc standing behind the counter, and she's got like huge tusks coming out, dark green skin, long braided fiery red hair.
Ooh.
And she sees you kick in the door. She's like, I like that.
I like your hair. And also, howdy. And also, can you point me in the
Howdy.
direction of your hats?
Yeah, we've got hats off to the side over here. And she gestures with her face.
I'm
off
gone.
to the
I'm
right.
there.
There are several coat racks, hat stands, sticks
Sure.
that are coming out of the walls that hats are hung on. Yeah,
Great.
there's a bunch. There's most of them seem to be these wide-brimmed cowboy hats, but
Yes.
there are a few that are like baseball caps and
Non-baseball baseball caps.
yeah, non-baseball baseball caps. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. Incredible. All right. First of all, first thing before anything happens is you just get a moment of me like, I'm in heaven. I love hats. I'm so excited. Okay. And then I want to turn around, like spin around to my pals and say, okay, I'm so excited to be shopping with you all. I want us to find the 2 biggest hats we can find.
Biggest. I
Yes.
feel like we
and then I'm
should,
going to turn around and immediately start grabbing hats off of
Belle, I think we should find one that fits in. Remember, we're
I
finding
am
one that makes him
trying
fit
on the
in.
biggest hats.
And we're looking. How should we style Bill?
Here's what I'm picturing.
So,
I'm going to
what
turn
are you
around again and say, imagine if me and Bill both get matching big, huge, giant hats. How cool would that be? I think we would blend right
I
in,
think
and
it
also
would be really
it would be
cool, but
such
also
a
I
cool
think we
moment.
wouldn't blend in.
We don't really wear.
I feel like we've seen a couple people with hats.
Not really.
just passed
really
somebody
big
with hat.
ones, though. So
Why would you wear a hat if you're not wearing a big hat?
Poor people
What's the point
can't
of a little
afford
hat?
really big hats. So
Oh.
we get what we can. So let's think of like
Okay,
what,
a new plan. Can you get me the 2 biggest, but on a poor people budget hats that I can possibly find in this store?
Belle,
I'm
be
on
quiet
it. I'll
when
be
you
back.
say those types of things.
Was I being loud?
A little bit.
Can I
So-
check? Can I like look around the shop to see if
So
anyone heard
hurt.
me? To see if I was overheard.
The shop owner is like 5 feet from you. And
I'm gonna
Oh
turn to
my
her and
God.
say, I love your store.
Thank you. My name is Pippi.
Hi, Pippi. My name's Belle. It is so good to meet you.
Nice
Do you have a favorite hat?
Yeah. So she reaches over. She's like 6.5 feet.
Hell yeah.
And
How
she-
close is she to me?
Love a tall
Five-
one.
On this
about
reach.
5 feet.
Just wondering.
Oh wait, what?
How
Huh?
close is she getting to me when she's reaching around? Just
Oh,
wondering.
I mean like pretty close.
I need details.
I guess. Yeah, she's like leaning in. She smells like shoe polish.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
Okay.
got a big apron on that seems to. It's got like pins, like sticking out of it, as though she could just very easily take things off of her apron.
Incredible.
And yeah, so she reaches over, she pulls out, it looks like a tiny little circle of cloth, and she just puts it on her head.
That looks perfect. It was made for you. I assume by you.
Yeah, I make everything here.
That
Oh,
is so cool. How long have you been doing this?
10 years, I think. 10, 15 years maybe.
Wow.
It's been a while, but yeah.
What's your favorite part of the job?
You know, it's the people, I think, that you meet are just really nice. Sometimes you get to meet all kinds of people in the clothing business.
I love people. I always pictured me, in a couple of years, finding a cool spot of my own and opening up some sort of shop, maybe a clothing shop, because I think there's just nothing better than like getting to meet people and create things for people and just like it's probably one of my favorites. Anyways.
So are you gonna buy something? Or?
Oh yes, absolutely. We're gonna be buying these 2 hats, and I'm gonna turn to Mavis and really hope that you have 2 hats in your hand.
yeah, I just picked like the most average brown looking cowboy hats.
Nice.
But I also have
like them.
like clothes across my arm.
Yeah.
So like when they were talking, I was actually shopping. And so I have so I also have another cloak. It's also like a tan brown color, and then shirt and pants long sleeve. And then also shoes, so that we can dress him literally head to toe, so that they can't see
Nice.
any metal, anything.
But I want a
Nice,
hat
nice.
too, just to clarify. We did get 2 hats. so
We
that I
got
can
2
have a
hats, so
hat.
you can have a matching hat with
I
Bill.
love a
I
hat.
got you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm just gonna put them all on the counter.
Nice.
Perfect. And then I'll
Yeah.
turn back around. You said Pippi? Is that her name?
Yeah, Pippi.
Pippi. It's so good to meet you, Pippi. We'll be buying all of these things.
Oh, okay, you have... It's like 10 gold.
Okay.
10 gold.
Yeah,
And I'll-
10 gold pieces. You
and
got
I'll-
10 gold?
I'll give her 10 gold.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Okay.
you do that. You put it on. I'm gonna say that you have about 5 gold left.
Okay.
I've
your
been keeping
pouch?
track of my gold.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Alright.
I have way more than that.
Okay, how much gold do you have?
As of right now, I should have 21 gold
Oh, okay. All right. So
after the 10.
okay. All right. So you have 21 gold pieces left.
Thank you.
Yeah. So she says, "Do you want this gift wrapped, or is this just like you're just gonna wear it out?"
We're gonna wear it out, but that is so thoughtful. I love gift wrapping. Do a lot of people get gift wrapped? Is this a place where people buy gifts a lot?
And I can
Yeah, I
carry
mean-
those out. Thank you. I'll let y'all talk.
So while this is
Oh, I'll see
happening-
that my friends are leaving and do the whole like my now classic bye.
So while this is happening, we cut to Hex,
Okay.
and Hex, you hear a ping in your mind, and it's Kale,
Okay.
and he says, it's a message. He says, "Hey, how's it going out there? You have a good night?"
I'll send back. How many words do I get?
25.
25.
25.
25. Okay, so I will say.
Just go
I'll
for it. We'll
say-
let you know when you've hit 25.
I'll say yes. Found your replacement. His name's Bill. Look up the last stand of Krunloe. Yeah, and I'm trying to think. In reading that, I read about the ash takers, right?
Ash makers? Yeah.
Ash makers.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote ash takers, ash makers, and then I actually wrote ash takers and then ash shakers? Question mark. So ash makers. So I'll say find info on last stand of Cast Krunloe and ash makers.
Okay. So, yeah, so he sends you another one. He says, "Understood, though I don't quite understand what you mean by replace me with Bill."
I'll say you can never be Bill, and then
And he's just here, "Well, fuck me, I guess." And then it's just... and then it
That's so
cuts.
good.
I love message.
So, yeah, and then at that
I wish
point,
I
you
could send him a picture.
a picture of Bill.
No, him and Bill. It's like a selfie of like him and Bill being like,
Can we
Just like-
invent fantasy iMessage?
Yeah, why not? Okay.
iMessage message is now iMessage, and we have reactions and
Oh my God.
photos.
can we like K message for Krunloe? Or is it
Yeah.
No, it's K. Yeah, okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
So at that point, you hear "bye," and you see Belle like walk out of the store, and you see all three of your companions walk out.
I'm gonna wink on my way out too.
That happens for sure.
Thank you.
And so you all reconvene. Bill
Do I
puts on.
do I see anything come? Like, is it just them coming out? Do I see the owner? Like the
Yeah,
half
you
owner-
see her as the door is closing. You just see the owner just standing there, and she's just looking very stoic.
Okay.
Like in a positive way, positive stoic.
Yeah, like positive.
Like she had a good experience.
Yeah, I mean, she just made a big sale. So, yeah.
Nice.
Do I? There's no shot I know the owner, right?
Do you wanna call me high or low?
Sure.
Yeah.
I love this game.
Hi. Fuck.
You
Okay.
do not.
No shot.
You do not know the owner.
Nope.
I believed in the role.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we got all these clothes for Bill.
And a hat for me.
Yeah.
And a matching
Well-
hat.
I'm gonna
So,
throw my cloak back, fix my hair, put my hat on.
no, I like
Just
try
the
to.
hood, settle down.
Okay, just the hood. I thought you were
Okay.
throwing it all
Like
on
the
the
whole
ground.
thing.
I thought you were.
No, just my
tossing it around.
hood. You
Okay.
silly.
Here's
So-
your matching
so-
hat. Gonna give this
So
to
with the
Bill.
hat, do you need the cloak? Hat.
I mean, I'm
clothes.
still wearing like this.
the rest of the thing. It's like to cover.
Oh, I see. So the cloak. Okay,
I have
so
a
the hat's
K
just
on
for
my
your.
shirt. You can't see it, but it is there.
Okay, all right.
So I
You
I,
can-
I
no,
do
keep
feel
going.
as
Yeah, yeah,
though
that's
unless
great,
you have
that's
another
good.
shirt, I guess I could have gotten myself a different shirt. But I'm
Okay,
wearing like
it's
real
okay.
smart pants. You
well,
know what I mean?
I felt that the point of going into the clothing store was that you wouldn't. It's fine. It's really.
I can go back
it's really
in.
not. No, keep the cloak. It
I
looks
just liked your cloak.
it's fine on you.
So Bill is putting on the clothing.
You
Can I help Bill with the pants and stuff?
Yeah, Bill is like, I am unfamiliar with pants.
Okay, I got you, buddy.
Yeah, I'll
Great.
also help dress the bill.
Okay.
I'm
That's
just
the
gonna
boy.
cherish this moment.
Yeah.
Those are my
Okay, got
friends.
pants tied with a little rope thing. I got you some
Is it-
shoes. I didn't know what size. I kind of just took a guess.
Location of coat rack. And
I-
you just you see this coat rack just eject from his body and
Oh
my
no!
land next to him.
Oh my god.
He's
He
perfect.
just has a coat rack?
He has a
Are
coat
there
rack.
are there coats in him?
No, it's just so it R2D launches
Like a
out and
lightsaber?
Because he's like your personal one, so he had
Yeah, he's-
stuff, you know.
Okay, right. Okay.
So he starts folding it in until it kind of looks like a quarterstaff.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Okay,
that's pretty
yeah,
and
that's great.
Holds it and
We gotta-
says, "Is this acceptable?"
Well, you're smart.
It's
Yeah.
more than acceptable. We have to find you a proper. Do you know how to fight, Bill?
Negative. I am designed for assistance.
All right. Well, assistance. We'll have to. Okay. I might
Bedroom
have-
and lavatory assistance.
there's a lot of fighting that can happen in a bathroom. Well, let's see if we can change that. Can I? This is Sebastian. Can I train
gonna
Bill?
hit
Can I
Bill?
in
At some
not
point,
now, not now,
probably, yeah.
not now, but like down the line, does it?
Yeah,
No, okay,
maybe
well-
you could look into it for sure. Yeah.
Well, we'll see if we can see if you pick up something. Just watch
Yeah.
me if we get into any trouble, okay? So what does he
So-
look like? He has his hat. He has his clothes.
He has
so
his little
he
staff,
has
shirt,
clothing,
pants.
gloves, pants, boots, a shirt, and a vest and a cloak, and a hat.
cowboy hat.
and a big cowboy hat, and then the metal faceplate conceals that he is a robot.
A robot. Oh wow, so he's like totally incognito.
Yeah,
and he
I
has
tried
a
to cover
quarterstaff.
all of his bits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do I look
Yeah.
just as incognito, but about
Actually,
the fact that I'm
Mavis-
fancy and not about the fact that I'm a robot because I'm not a robot?
So Mavis, I'm
look
going to
a little
assume
less
that you are the one helping disguise everybody.
Yes.
So I'd like you to roll me a performance check. I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay.
Um,
Oh snap! I can read. I promise. Okay, there we go.
You're totally good. Nice. 15 is great. So yeah, we see that you start anytime Belle is like, "What if I did that?" You're like, "Stop it!" And you just
helping conceal everybody.
yeah. And so
Okay.
you manage to do a really good job concealing everybody.
Okay, good.
And you make your way down to Swedgen.
Nice.
So Swedgen is a lot. It's quite different. Belle and Leah, I don't think either of you have been to Swedgen before.
Never.
So
Wait, was the jewel in Swedgen?
the
Or
jewel
no?
is in Swedgen.
Yeah.
We were there.
in.
We were at the different
You were
the.
the
Oh,
no,
okay.
we were at
Top
the
one.
Star.
I was at the
Oh,
blue one,
okay.
like when
I
we
got them
first
mixed
came
up.
in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mavis, you actually you pass by the jewel, and this is your old stomping ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you were born in Swedgen, raised in Swedgen, and actually a couple of people recognize you as you're walking. There's a couple of shop owners, maybe there's a drunk or two that points at you and says, "Hey Mavis, how's it going?
Yo, how are you? What's up, guys?
I'm drunk."
I see. Always. Keep the party
Yeah.
going. Be careful.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Nice.
All right,
So,
y'all stay close to me, please.
Yep.
Was that your friend?
Will do.
or-
A person.
Okay.
In person.
I don't have
Mhm.
too many friends down here, but I do know a lot of people.
Yeah, so moving forward, you get down to the Low Sheriff. There is, so I'll say that the walls of Wu Krunloe are quite large. They are made of slabs of stone that have been stacked on top of each other. There's a couple of guard towers posted in intervals. There's a large open gateway, and there are about 6 or 7 spell slingers just patrolling the doorway.
And
Oh,
this
we're
is-
literally
this is
like
the border
next to
of
Corpse Town.
right?
Yeah. So the walls of Wu Krunloe are on the border of Corpse Town.
Got it.
This is so exciting and also scary.
Yes. Please don't go off
Please
anywhere.
Think
Please stay
think of
together.
it more as scary so that you
Yeah, let's
stay
lean
near
toward
us,
the scary
please.
part.
I think scary things are inherently exciting. But yes, heard, understood. I won't be silly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's not a silly cloak, so no silly actions in the non-silly cloak.
I would never do anything to jeopardize your cloak.
Thank you.
Incredible. So you notice that there's a little bit of a line to see the low sheriff. It's like a 10-minute wait, but you wait for about 10 minutes, and you eventually walk into the low sheriff's office. There are a couple of cells for there's a couple of drunks that are just sleeping it off, but for the most part, it's pretty inactive. The low sheriff, I will pull him up on screen, is an orc.
Cool.
He has an eye patch over his right eye,
Incredible.
scarring, and he's sitting in his chair, and he's leaning back. He's got his big boot feet on his desk. And,
Wait, where is this photo?
Yeah, I don't see him.
Oh, did I not? Motherfucker. All right. Should be there. Why is
Please give me.
Why? What's
Show to me, please.
What's going on? What's going on, buddy?
Luckily,
What
I
the
have
hell's
Sheriff.
going on here? That's
Yeah,
weird.
thanks.
Maybe I just need to reload the page. All right. Well, I'll reload the page anyway. So he's got a big hat on. He has a spell slinger.
How come he gets a
Wand?
big hat and I can't have a big hat?
He,
Well, not now, please.
Okay.
let me see if I can pull that up again. Did that work?
No.
No.
Negative.
None? Really?
It worked
Very
the first
strange.
time you did it for Bill.
Yeah, that's
Can
really
you see
really
it on
weird.
your side, but we can't see it on ours?
No, I can see it.
I'm
Also-
zooming all the way out.
Really, really
I
quick.
see nothing.
That's so
I'm a
weird.
little cold. Actually, maybe I could just turn the fan off.
That's really strange. Okay, well, either way, doesn't matter. He is an orc. He has a little necklace with a tiny little avian skull tied up at the end, and one of his tusks pokes out from his mouth. And he looks up at all of you, and he says, Well. What can I do for all of you?
Hi, it is so nice to meet you, Sheriff Farnham. Is that right?
Yes.
That's
his
right,
name's-
I'm sure.
It's so
right.
good to meet you, Sheriff Farnham. Hi, my name is Belle. These are my friends.
Hi, Sheriff.
And
Nice.
we were sent by Sheriff Tom. Do you know him?
There ain't no Sheriff Tom.
We were sent
Oh,
by
The
the,
Sure.
High Sheriff.
The High Sheriff?
sent by the High Sheriff.
Sheriff Tim?
Oh, is it Tim? Wait, let me check my notes. Is it really Tim?
Yeah.
Where did I get Tom? Who's
For
that
sure it's Tim,
Tom?
They're right next to each other on the keyboard.
They
Oh,
are.
it is Tim.
Yeah.
Timothy. Sheriff Tim. I have it written down.
Talk about.
What?
Oh yeah, so we came down to
Oh.
talk about, or to ask you about I'm forgetting. Someone else actually what we came for.
We're re-
It's been a long
do we have
journey.
the
We
piece
need-
of paper from Sheriff Tim?
Yes.
We should, because we asked for it.
So it's
Yeah.
what the undead had said
Oh,
before
yes,
it had
bingo.
exploded?
We need to
Yeah.
figure out what's going on in Corpse.
So,
Town.
do I can I have that piece of paper? I think I asked Sheriff.
Yeah, you have
Sheriff
it.
for the piece of
for
paper?
sure.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Can I just say, we have been investigating some very odd stuff, and we had a conversation. Okay, let's start from the beginning. There was an undead all the way up in the thoroughfare. Is that correct? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The thoroughfare. I have not left my house very often, and so I am still working on where everything is on a map. I'm sure you understand. Anyways, we were in the Soul Star in the thoroughfare, and lo and behold, an undead. Unexpected? You bet. All of us were surprised. Everyone there, including Sheriff Sheriff Tim. Anyways, his name is Sheriff Tim, and I will remember that. Okay, Sheriff Tim had a conversation with us. Hello, my cat has joined us. And he... That's my cat's tail. So sorry. So sorry. Just a
Auto
moment.
zoom is doing work.
I know the tail was like right on your face too. So I couldn't
He loves to interrupt. He knows somehow where my camera is. Okay, anyways. Sheriff Tim gave us a note that he... Okay, no. Okay. A lot's happened in 2 days. And my
You
cat
ain't
is
doing much to
successfully
sell
distracting
your
me.
case right now.
Who has
Just
who
gonna-
has the
try
note?
again.
Who has
So-
the note?
I think I have the note, unless
Yeah, you have
someone
the
else
note.
wanted it. Okay, cool.
Wait, I'm just gonna gently put my hand on Belle's shoulder. I'll take the note. I said, we were given this note by the High Sheriff, and we were sent to investigate what's might be going on down here in Corpse Town.
I think that sums it up, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the as the undead seem to have been slipping past your defenses.
Exactly. Well, the last part, that sounded kind of rude. It's not about slipping past anyone's defenses. Something is up. That's all. That's all we wanted to say.
So he puts he reads the note, he puts it down on his desk, and he says, been getting reports about... Well, first of all, how do I know I can trust all of you? You come in here, you tell me that you're working with Sheriff Tim, and he spits on the ground after he says it.
Okay.
And
Well,
he says, you come in here, you tell me that your name is Belle. I don't even know, I don't know the rest of y'all.
Oh, these are my pals. Do you want to introduce yourselves, friends? I don't want to speak for you. But I can if you'd like. This is my friend Hex.
No, we
and
can
my
do it.
friend-
We can do it for ourselves. I'm Leah.
Alright.
I'm Mavis. I live up the street. I've lived here my whole life. Do we know each other actually?
Actually, yeah, so, he... Hold on a second, Mavis. I would like you to roll me a persuasion, please.
Because I think I'm a good noodle, but also
Yeah, you are a good noodle, for sure.
Wait, you said what was it? Persuasion?
Persuasion, please. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, so he looks back and his eye lights up and he says, Mavis, come over here. And he stands up and he gives you a hug, one of pat.
Oh, like one of those big ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Big
this.
pat hug.
Yeah.
And
Dang, I need a hug like that.
he
Anyways.
he says Mavis has been in and out of here when he was a child.
I look over at Mavis like,
Not for terrible reasons. Just, Anyways,
I don't
we're not
know.
talking about me
But,
right now. We're
okay.
talking about.
Well, Mavis is our friend and
pal.
pal and a good buddy. So
You can trust
Um,
everyone
I-
here.
I step forward and I say, "Is it your? What's the task of the Low Sheriff? What's your task here? Is it to protect from undead from escaping Corpse Town?"
Most of the time, I have my deputies and I will patrol the walls of Krunloe and we'll make sure that none of the afflicted pass through the wall.
And so, it should disturb you then that afflicted have passed the wall. Then
It does disturb me. I had heard word of everything up top in the thoroughfare.
well, Sheriff, then this is how you will know that you can trust us. It disturbs us as well, and we're here to help.
when you say everything, do you mean just this one isolated incident, right? Just the one, not more than one, right? Right?
Tell me, what do you know about the Church of the Living?
Almost nothing.
What do we? I did a religion check right before.
You
I
learned.
do
Yeah, you
know
did.
something.
Yes.
You learned a little bit.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Let me check my notes.
I love when I hear notes. He says,
I don't actually.
"That's okay. I'll give you a little refresher in the form of the low sheriff." So,
I thought you were gonna say in the form of a song. It really felt
Yeah,
like
I was
you were
like,
going that way.
Oh. Well, I think I. Here's what I got. So, what do we know about the Church of the Living? Well, all I know is that the person, man, undead. I'm not exactly the afflicted.
yeah.
Well, he was going around with the medallion of the sun rising, and was trying to recruit people to the Church of the Living, and he was the one who eventually brought the undead to Soulstar.
That sounds right. The Church of the Living believe that you turn. You know when an afflicted turns bad and goes feral, is what we say. They believe that it's because your sins have caught up to you. Lately, they've been a bit more aggressive. Normally, when an afflicted appears in Corpse Town, they stay there until they go bad, but more and more of them have been approaching the gate, crying out for people to repent your sins, and no constable of mine will pass through the gates to investigate, but if y'all are willing to do it, then I say, laissez le bon temps rouler.
Excuse me?
Sorry, it's so Mavis, you know that this is an expression in Swedgen. It basically means like let the good times roll.
Okay. And can you say it again?
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
I'm sorry. One more time. Hold on.
Le bon temps roulé.
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
Rouler, yeah.
Rouler.
I like that.
Is that French?
It is, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna say.
Laissez le bon temps rouler. But in this, it's...
I think that's how it's spelled. I'm not sure.
I like it.
That's exactly it.
So it might be that.
With like an S at the end. Yeah, you got it. It's perfect. Laissez, yeah. But in Swedgen, it's, a little more cowboyish.
Right.
So yeah.
My question to this, I'm a little concerned because we asked him questions and he kind of asked us a question in return, not really answering what's going on. I want to say, do you know why they're going up to the thoroughfare and how they've gotten past? Because I don't know if we should investigate, if we don't know why and how that's happening, quite honestly, unless you don't know.
I have my theories, but the Church of the Living, ain't no one ever seen the leader of the church. They say that I've heard that he's an afflicted that ain't never gone bad.
Okay.
That's all I heard about it, but if there's an afflicted that never turns, well, I'd say that's enough to give inspiration to all of them. Though I don't know why they'd be coming up to the gates trying to convert everyone. And I sure as shit don't know how they'd get past my men.
Have you or any of your men ever been into Corpse Town?
No, we don't go in there. It's not safe for the living to be in Corpse Town.
What has anybody ever been in Corpse Town who wasn't afflicted?
Yeah. And then they turn into an afflicted the next day. You know, their life sense, they find anyone that would be in there, anyone that's gone bad anyway. You ever notice why afflicted never attack an afflicted once they turned? It's because they only attack the living. And a living person goes in there as soon as one afflicted goes bad. They go right for him.
So do you think that this approaching of the gate is could it be a religious zealotry? Or what do you think is causing this?
It might be. Everyone that's been approaching the gate has been preaching about repenting and sins and all kinds of horse shit. So, if you wanna go check it out, I ain't gonna stop you. Just be careful, because as soon as one of them turns, they'll know where you are, and they will try and find you.
Do you know
And you might end up joining them.
Or do you know, are they capable of magic?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen an afflicted cast a spell before, but I wouldn't put it past him if someone was a wizard. Someone knew about it.
Have there been any recent deaths of powerful wizards or sorcerers?
I have, well, yeah, actually. Not recent, but there was an incident, say 5 or 6 years ago maybe, where there was a wizard thought he could study an afflicted, went inside, got killed. But that was 5 years ago. There's no way he's still kept his mind.
And this were they powerful?
I'd say third circle spells, from what I remember. But
What does that mean? What's that?
so, first circle spells. So, I'd say like levels of spells.
Oh, okay. Is that okay? Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And he says, I'll tell you what, actually, you've piqued my curiosity. And he stands up. He says, why don't the 6 of us? Sorry, I didn't see that tall fella back there.
He doesn't speak
Why
much.
don't why don't the 6 of us go and investigate and go up to the gate? I'll show you myself.
Actually, can I ask you a question real quick, Sheriff?
Of course, Mavis, of course.
Off to the side, though.
Oh, of course. So you walk over to the side.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah.
And then can we go away out of?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so hey, so in the note, you saw that the afflicted mentioned Lilith. Did you find out any more information about her since last I was here?
Lilith, I mean, she and her family, we just assumed that it was bandits at first, but he says, I did see this and it did disturb me a bit. Lilith was a good kid, and her family were good people. So I will look into this, but I'm gonna tell you, Mavis, there seems like a cold case to me. We didn't see hide nor hair of any of them when they were gone. It's like they just vanished in a fiery blaze.
Yeah.
Their house, there was nothing left of that. Weren't even any footprints.
I feel like this is a sign that they're still around, or at least she's still around, right?
Well, we assumed that. I mean, I assumed they became afflicted after they died, and then eventually they turned. I mean, it was 20 years ago, Mavis.
Well, if you find out anything else, can you let me know?
Yeah, of
And
course.
try to keep it between us for now.
Yeah, of course. How they treating you? How's
Everything's great.
those are
They're feeding
strange
me.
folks. All right.
Yeah, we're eating lots of like good food and stuff. I just want to try to handle this by myself if I can.
All right. How's that toe tapper going that you were riding?
Oh, you know it's going good. Always. I always have a good song on the way.
Yeah, that's good. You know, my birthday's coming up, and I'm just saying, you know, I was thinking about throwing a party, so if you wanted to perform in it, I'd apply.
Oh yeah, of course.
Anyway.
Anything for you. Okay, we can get back though, but anything for you. Just let me know. And thank
Yeah,
you so
well,
much for checking on that
thank you.
for me.
Thanks.
I'll just like walk back.
Yeah, so the six of you leave, and you get to the edge of Corpse Town.
Okay.
And from there, we will go on a little bio break. So you follow Sheriff Farnham out of his office. There's a small line that has been gathering. One of his deputies is taking care of it. And he takes you all the way up to the walls of Wu Krunloe. And I will move us to another map.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So we see the walls of Wu Krunloe, and past it you can see the tents and everything, and the shanty town, essentially, that is Corpse Town. Now, because there are no biological needs for anyone in Corpse Town, a lot of the comforts that you would normally afford yourselves, like beds, shelter for things, are not really present. And so Sheriff Farnham comes up to the gate, to the walls, and there are several deputies that are standing in front, and he points inside and he says, "Now this is where we will part ways if you all want to go inside. Understand?
Go inside.
Inside of Corpse Town."
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Oh, you told us all of that only to just usher us into our death?
Well, no, I'm no. No, I will give you all the information that I can. But you all seem like you wanted to do this investigation. I will not. None of my deputies will set foot inside of Corpse Town.
It is kind of wild how twice in a row now a sheriff has asked us to do their job.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was thinking.
Now hold on just a second here. And he straightens up and he says, "I will never do what Sheriff Tim does, that spineless coward."
Oh, so you two really do hate each other.
So that means you're
Wow.
gonna come with us into Corpse Town?
Yeah,
If that's what Sheriff Tim will not do, then absolutely I will go
Yeah,
in
he
with you.
sent
Yeah,
us.
he
He didn't
will
even want to come
not
down
go.
here because
Yeah,
he
he
wanted
didn't
to stay
even-
away from Corpse Town.
Yeah.
He said Corpse
Classic.
Town was not
That's
his
why we're here and he's
jurisdiction.
not here.
Yeah,
Because we're doing his work.
exactly.
Right. We're doing a lot of
Alright.
work, it seems.
Well, fine. Then I suppose we'll go in together, then, won't we?
That
Yes,
sounds
so.
kind of good. That sounds nice. And when we are ready to come out, we'll be able to get out, no problem, right?
Well, assuming we aren't set upon by a very dangerous horde of undead, then absolutely.
Sure. But it'll, like, assuming we all, like, live and whatever, it'll be obvious that we're not undead ourselves, right? And we'll be able to come
Well,
out okay?
Of course. Well,
Okay,
you'll
great.
have me with you, so we
Right,
should
but-
be fine.
I
What
mean,
if-
okay, yeah. No, that we don't need to what ifs. I mean,
Wait, what do you mean, what if?
yeah.
Are we really? Have we thought this through? I didn't know that this was on the table somewhere.
Well, someone has to go in and figure out what's going on with this church.
Can we
I
just
can't
send
think of
Bill?
anyone else who would. We literally have talked to everyone who we've talked to so far. Pretty much the one thing that everyone agrees on is that they are not going to go into Corpse Town. So if not us, who? If not
So,
now, when?
I love that song.
And probably
You,
something else.
You see, you hear a voice call out from inside the gate,
Oh.
So from the Corpse Town side.
from the Corpse Town side.
Okay.
There is a voice that says, I hear that you might be looking for a guide.
Whoa.
Well, I didn't hear it. It sounds to me like you might be looking for a guide.
That
Uh,
is spot
What do they look
Yes.
like? What does
This
this person look
person
like?
has excellent hearing.
So, walking up to the gate, and you see that the deputies have drawn their wands, and he's got his hands raised. The sheriff says, "No, hold on a second. If he were dangerous, he wouldn't be talking. He'd just be you're running at us." So, coming up to the gate, please tell me you can see this.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
can't.
thank God.
We're fixed.
Coming up to the gate is a very short human. And you notice he has the red eyes of an afflicted. And his hair has gone all white, which is the first thing that loses color when you become an afflicted. And then eventually you know that your skin just becomes this mottled gray. And he comes up. He's got a little burnt cigar in his mouth. And he looks pretty lackadaisical for someone who's undead. And he says, I'd be willing to help you out if you're looking for guidance through Corpse Town.
What's
Why
in it
would
for
you-
you?
Yeah, why would you want to help us?
He says, well, it seems like it's the right thing to do. You know, no, the living never come into Corpse Town, so
For reasons that we have.
of course.
I still don't see, like, how do we know that we can trust you?
Also, do you just spend all your time right outside the
Yeah.
gate?
I like him.
He says,
And why are you so lackadaisical for, an afflicted?
Yeah.
He says, well, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty new here. And no one else around here seems to want to talk to me. They just
That makes
seem
sense.
to...
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The tracks.
Distract.
He says, so I figured I should, if there's any chance for me to maybe get a day off out of here, maybe under escorted supervision, then I'd be willing to do a service for a service. Isn't that right, Sheriff? And Sheriff Farnham,
That
he
sounds
says,
fun.
he says, this sounds like a bad idea, but
It probably is.
Or
I say that we just, and he slowly takes his wand out. He's like, I can give the order if that's what we're looking for.
Is that what
Whoa.
normally happens at the gate?
Well, not particularly.
I
he
feel
hasn't tried to
strongly that
cross
we
the
should
gate.
not be doing that.
All right. And he sheaths his wand. He says, so he looks at all of you, particularly Mavis, and he says, is this how you want to play this?
I think we do need a guide. And I think we'll be able to handle it. Like we've dealt with afflicted before. I think we can handle it.
I'm not worried about going in there. I'm worried about him trying to get a free day in here.
Oh, that part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that kind of sounds like what could possibly be happening and why they're getting in.
But
Then
imagine
how
if
else
that were
would
you
we-
in there and you haven't been able to see your friends or go to your favorite clothing store or
Okay, but
maybe
does
your
that
favorite
end up-
bar.
But when they come in here, people end up dead.
Well, that was only the one time.
What if
Yeah, well, they're kind of
What if we cure him? Like only if he gets like
Yeah,
one
we
day, like 1 day out
Nobody
here.
ended up dead that one time that we fought that guy. So actually consider this: no one was dead except for the undead, which I guess that's a little confusing.
we
Anyways,
saw we saw Afflicted before, right? At the Soul Star.
Yeah.
And he
Right.
hadn't turned, but he was able to bring in multiple
But then
other
he did.
Afflicted
Yeah.
who were turned.
sure, but that guy was. Oh, I know. Let's ask this guy what he thinks about the church.
All right. Yeah, I think any information he can give us, but he said he's pretty new. I don't know how much he's gonna know.
Right, exactly. So we can find out if he has strong ties yet, which is probably a no. Sir, what do you think about the Church of the Church of the Living?
Church of the Living, they tried to take me in as soon as I appeared in Affliction in the Corpse Town, and I don't really like the cut of their jib. They seemed very, very enthusiastic about getting me to join, and I'm gonna be honest, it really wasn't for me.
Well, sounds like we can trust him.
What's your name?
Xavier.
So you can remember your name.
Oh, yeah. What's your name?
I'll tell you in a day.
All right. That's all right. Well, that's
We could always just
Full first
you
and
know,
last name. I'll tell you in a day.
full first and last. We could always decide later, right? Like if you take us touring and then we can make our decision about you coming into the other side. Because we really do want like the information, and it'll be faster if it's somebody that's already like living here for us to go around. But it's really up to y'all. Like if you would like to.
Well, it feels unfair to say that we're happy to let him guide us through Corpse Town, but like only maybe in exchange for his big fun day out.
Is there any other price you would accept?
well. I don't need food. I don't need to use the bathroom anymore. So, I mean, what else is there really?
We could give you a really good song.
Oh,
Do you like music?
do you like music?
Oh, I haven't heard a song for about 2 days.
What if we
Since I
agree?
Well,
came
you're
here.
in luck.
That's a long time for some. What if we agree to definitely give you a song, and then maybe, hopefully, if things work out, give you a fun day out, supervised?
I could do that.
I
if
like
things
this guy a
work
lot.
out and I get a day out supervised.
Unbelievable.
This
In
is
exchange for a
great.
song.
Yeah, done.
This seems like a win-win.
Okay.
This guy
I hope
seems
you like the
awesome.
flute.
Who doesn't?
So
Right?
the-
Everyone
the
does like the flute, right? I haven't seen a lot of people.
Sheriff Farnham is like, I'm assuming that you're gonna wait for me to sign off on this before agreeing to take an afflicted outside.
Well, Sheriff Farnham, you'll be coming with
Sure.
us.
Oh, Sheriff Farnham, did you have a problem with that?
Well,
gonna give him a
I
big
guess
smile.
not, but
Okay.
I'm just saying it would have been polite to ask me first.
Of course, we would never do anything without your approval, but I'm so glad that we're all on the same page.
Alright, under strict supervision, just one afflicted should be fine. If he turns, and I suppose we'll know it before.
You have your
anything gets out of hand
wands.
Anyway. And we have our
Exactly.
wands, and they do not miss, so...
I've got my
That's
bow and
fine.
arrow. It'll be fine.
And I'll be there too.
Alright,
Great.
civilians. So... so Xavier...
Yeah, just a civilian. I'm just a
I have
civilian.
a question.
Yeah. Yes, Leah.
Since the undead are my favorite enemy,
Mm-hmm.
is there any possibility I could see how like far turned he is?
Yeah, so I'll say that you've done a lot of research into how the afflicted work, and so what you've learned is the longer you are an afflicted, the less like color you have. You just become like gray. And then at some point, you know that every sunrise, there's a chance that they turn.
Okay.
And you know that there isn't really an indicator as far as like how close they are. You just know that those with a strong will tend to last longer. And the longest that you've heard of an afflicted retaining their mind was like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
But then after that, just yeah.
Okay.
So Xavier, he takes he reaches his hand out to all of you. He says, I can show you around. Wanna explore Corpse Town with me?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sure.
So you cross the threshold of the gates. Xavier, he begins to point down different streets. And he says, so apparently today is a really good day. Because no one's turned.
Oh.
Nice.
We call that a peace day.
Nice. And how do you know that no one's turned?
Well, you would know if someone's turned. They just start raving and searching out life. Typically, if they get close enough to the gate, they just start running towards the gate, and that's when the guards take them down. But more importantly, whenever there's from what I understand, is when an afflicted turns, they're escorted by just whoever's around to the gate of rest. And he points to this towering structure. It looks like a torii, so like wood on top, and it's right up against the edge of the plateau.
Wow.
And he says, now, down below, right where that gate is a very large fissure that's opened up right next to the city. When one of us turns, we like to keep it internal. And we escort the turned to the gate of rest. And there they find their rest. But when no one turns, people start celebrating. And you actually see that there's like an afflicted child that's running through holding these streamers. And there's a few other people, random townsfolk, that have little signs, holy relics, that are covered in like tons of dust and worn down. And he says, nothing here in Corpse Town belongs to any of us. Belongs to whoever came here before us. So we try and make the most of what we have. He looks up, looks a little panicked for a second, and says, why don't we take a turn down this alley for a second? And you notice in the distance.
Can I roll? Can I roll perception?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a second here.
Yep.
Not just turn into no alley without taking a look-see. Dang it.
So a 5.
Ooh.
So I'll say that you notice that there are a few of the Church of the Living that have turned onto the street.
Okay.
And with a 5, I'll say that they have noticed you.
Okay.
And then he says, quickly!
Okay.
So
Follow.
So you turn down the alley. And so you turn down the alley. Xavier says, All right, that was pretty close. We need to be very careful. You see, Church of the Living, they don't take kindly to the actual living here. A lot of them, they either want to, well, a lot of them want to convert you. You understand what that means? Gotta join the Afflicted if you're in the Church of the Living. And if they catch you here, you will join them one way or another. You understand?
Yes.
It's very hard to get in with them unless you're one of us. Now, I have done my best to avoid them for now. I'm going to say that you're all walking down this alley, and he points to a very large structure in the distance, almost as tall as the Gate of Rest. Huge, crumbling church building. He says, over there is the church. Where exactly is it that you want to go here?
Oh, honestly, all signs for us point toward the church.
Alright, well, I'll take you there. I'll take you close, but I'm not gonna take you all the way there. And he cuts off as he looks behind all of you, and you turn, and you see that there are several robed figures that have entered the far end of the alleyway. He says, alright now, hold on. A couple of more figures come in from the other side.
Oh, jeez.
You are wedged in. They begin to draw weapons.
No!
Initiative.
Ah!
Yeah.
And that's where we'll end.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Nice. Dang.
Nice job, everyone.
Oh, goodness.
So, good job. We've learned new things about the world, for sure. We've definitely gained some things of value.
Yep.
We will do bond changes. And then when we start next session, we will start in combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for now, we will do bond changes. We'll do it in the opposite order of the fun facts. So we will start with Hex. Are there any
Alright.
bond changes for you?
I think definitely a tiny bit closer with Belle after giving her my cloak. Obviously, bond changed to infinity with Bill. I think Bill being the silent,
Always with Bill.
silent time.
Perfect.
Of
Of course.
And I definitely I don't necessarily trust Xavier or Sheriff Farnham. I'm definitely uncomfortable with what has transpired and obviously the position that we find ourselves in. So I say,
Fair.
yeah, not happy with them at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, so Mavis, any bond changes for you?
I think I'm a little bit more now that I'm kind of like in the space that I like grew up in, and I'm starting to like lock back into why I wanted to come back down here, which was Lilith. I'm starting to focus on that a little bit more, so I might feel a little bit more distant from everyone, just because I feel like I really need to figure out what happened or like what's going on with that, because there's like a little bit of hope in the back of my head that she's somewhere. But I still like everybody. I still think everyone's cool. I think I'm just starting to like get like almost like tunnel vision. And I think that those are my only thoughts.
Nice.
I'm full of eggnog
Nice.
right now. I think those are my only thoughts.
It's amazing. Amazing. All right, great. Leah, any bond changes for you?
I want to say I think she's just trying to like put down her walls with the people around her, like with everyone, like just in our group. I will say, because she's in a new area and she hasn't really been outside of like the Grove or like anything like that before, her walls to literally everyone else are like up. She doesn't like she's the type of person who will try and like say things, but like it won't necessarily come through because, you know, everyone is just like has their own opinion. So she's trying to like stick up for herself, but like be like, wait, no, we should do this. But it's like, you know, it's kind of just she's trying to figure out her way, like how to operate outside of the Grove and the people she's close to mostly. So she's kind of conflicted at the moment, a little bit. But she doesn't trust Xavier, like, quite at all, just because of what she knows of the undead. Even if he seems like, you know, happy-go-lucky guy, or, you know, kind of just like whatever, she still doesn't trust him, just because of what she knows, and that he could change literally at any moment. And now with everything happening, it's all kind of just like coming crashing down a little bit for her. But she knows she's with the people that she can trust, so she's good with that. But other than Sheriff, she doesn't trust him. She doesn't trust him. So, but yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Okay. And then last but not least, Belle. Any bond changes for you?
Belle definitely trusts Xavier. Has no reason not to.
I love that.
I think not any like major changes. I think Belle already has feels like she has a really strong bond with everyone that we're here with. So staying positive. I think Belle was like really happy to see another side of Hex when Hex like cared so deeply about his cloak, which she found really endearing. Like genuinely, like 100% serious, she thinks that like it's really, really sweet that he has something that he has like an emotional connection to, especially after having days where it seemed like it was a little bit challenging for Hex to like talk about his emotions, and now he's like showing a level of care for this cloak, and that's really special to her. So she's actually, and also that combined with this cloak is super special to him and he's letting her borrow it is huge to her, and she's feeling like much closer to him. I think she noticed that like previously pretty much every like conversation and experience that we've had with Mavis has been super down to just like include us in every conversation, and he's been really open about everything that's going on with everyone. And so Belle did notice when Mavis had like a side conversation with the sheriff without us, and that felt super different than anything that we've seen so far. However, Belle, one, is like super understanding, and two, if anything, I think is maybe getting a little bit worried about Mavis. So that's kind of in the back of her mind. But other than that, trust, feeling pretty good about everyone, feeling, you know, just happy to be here. Although she's a little bit, there's something that's been weighing on her mind because she wonders if she told a lie earlier today, and she's kind of feeling stressed about that. But we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Oh, that's
A lie.
Whoa. Amazing. All right, well, yeah, thanks for playing. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
Great session. Next session, we're going to start immediately in combat.
Woo!
So get ready. It's going to be awesome.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye!
Bye.